Hey friends, welcome back to Storytime with Mr. L. Today we're going to be looking at a graphic novel that I loved start to finish. I'm going to tell you why in just a second. It is called A First Time for Everything. It is by Dan Santat. As you all know, everything Dan Santat does is fantastic. His picture books, his chapter books, his graphic novels. But this one is so great and so meaningful to me because Dan and I are similar in age. We're a couple years apart. And also, it's a memoir. And I think graphic novels that are memoirs that tell us a story about the author, when we think about Raina Telgemeier's books and we think about some of these other graphic novels that we've read that are telling us a story of the author's life, we really get into them and we can really buy into the story. So in this book, Dan has just finished 8th grade. And his parents are sending him on a 3-week trip to Europe with a bunch of other kids from different schools. And it's really kind of an eye-opening adventure for Dan as he really learns to find himself and find out who he is and have some kind of wild experiences that you only get when mom and dad aren't around and you're out and about in Europe. And of course, just some of the amazing things. You look at Dan's artwork is always fantastic. And this book takes us through Europe. It takes us through Paris and London and Salzburg and sneaking into discos and sneaking into Wimbledon. Not sneaking into Wimbledon, but being at Wimbledon. And it takes us through all of these great things that you find in Europe in the late 80s when Europe was a different place than it is now, right? The wall hadn't fallen yet. And here's Dan from a small town in California exploring for the first time with tremendous amounts of freedom, more than kids have today. If you love the memoir style graphic novels, and if you love Dan Santat books, and if you love the idea of traveling and exploring new places and seeing new things and making new friends, then this is the graphic novel that you need to read. A First Time for Everything by Dan Santat. Happy reading. Have a great day. Bye.